You guys doing, Richins? Realtor. I'm going to talk to you today about how to keep your pipeline full so that you are never worried about where that next paycheck's coming from. This is one of the biggest problems we have in real estate right now. And be candid with you, it's because the majority of you are not working. You want that pipeline to be full, but you're not putting in the effort to make sure that you're doing all the things that are going to keep that pipeline full. Cold hard truth, it takes grind, it takes grit, it takes mindset. Guys, you got to be able to go out and fail. I don't know of one CEO in any company, one owner of any company that hasn't gone through struggle after struggle after struggle and had to learn and adapt and build and grind and start over and do it again to be able to get on top. So if you're saying, hey, I need to keep my pipeline full, I'm going to give you 3 easy steps that is going to help you to be successful and have that pipeline full. Number 1, you need to set a number of how many people you need to have under contract at all times. And if your business isn't built to that level, you have to start prospecting at a high level. I'm talking 6 to 8 hours a day. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh my gosh, Duane, that is a lot of work. Guess what? Pressure makes diamonds, and you're never going to make a lot of money and get out of the prospecting world unless you put in a ton of effort. You've got to work hard. You've got to be a grinder to get to that point. So for me, my first year, I had to have 10 under contract at all times. And if I didn't have 10 under contract, I had to be out working. In fact, my wife did not like me when I didn't have 10 under contract because I was grumpy, I was mad. I worked lots of hours and I was having to put in way more effort than I ever had to put in simply because I didn't have my number of under contracts. Now, by having a certain number of under contracts specified, it didn't matter the price point of the homes I was selling. So if I went and sold $1 million home and made a $30,000 commission, it didn't mean I could be lazy. And what happens with most agents is they get paralyzed by the income they make. That's why you need to set a contact and under contract goal. And so if you know you need to close 10 a month, then you probably need 14 or 15 under contract. If you need to close 3 a month, 4 a month, you probably need 7 under contract. For me, I needed to close 7 under contract or 7 deals every month. So I needed at least 10 under contract in case one fell out. And having that mindset helped me to sell the 89 homes I sold my first year when I did it part-time. But year 2 came along and I'm like, 10 under contract's not enough. So I bumped it to 20 under contract. And why did I bump it to 20 under contract? Because I built a bigger vision. I wanted to get out and invest in more real estate. I wanted to stop prospecting. I wanted to build the business faster. I wanted to rip off the Band-Aid and have a ton more repeat and referral client base. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that by selling 7, 8 a month. I needed to do more. So that being said, I ramped up my contacts. I set a higher goal. And at one point I had over 40 under contract. Guys, it's not that hard to do when you just set that goal in mind and then go push for it. So number 1, you need to set a number of how many under contracts you have to have, and then you need to go out and you need to work as if your life depended on it for you to get that many under contract so that you can hit your goals. Number 2, you need to make sure that you are setting the mindset because it's not going to be easy. It sucks, as a matter of fact. It is not something you're going to want to do. There's going to be days where it's rainy. There's going to be days where it's cold. There's going to be days where it's crazy hot and you won't want to get out and walk. You'll make every excuse under the book to make sure you're not working. And you have to set that mindset that if you do not have your number of under contracts, you've got to be out prospecting for at least 6 to 8 hours a day until you hit that number. And that's your reward, is you can then start working on other businesses, spend more time with family, doing the things you love to do, spend more time golfing or shopping or whatever that is for you. But you have to hit those numbers. I'm reading a book right now called 3 Feet from Gold. And one of the things that it says, and everybody should read that book, by the way, is it says that once you set a goal or a dream and it's written in your heart, in your mind, and a lot of you guys we've coached to have vision boards, once you set that, you then need to make it a responsibility. And when I ask you what is a responsibility to you, it's a commitment. And this is a commitment to yourself, to your family, to anyone around you that you're going to fulfill that dream and goal. So that being said, you set 3 or 4 under contract, you better hit that. and you better work as hard as you can. It's oftentimes like a diet. The minute you cut carbs and sugar, all you want is carbs and sugar. And it takes time of consistently missing the carbs and sugar before you don't worry about it anymore. The same thing happens with your cells. It's going to suck going out. You're going to crave to just be sitting in the office. You're going to not want to be out prospecting. You're going to think of a million things you should be doing. You're going to think of phone calls you need to make. You're going to think of past clients you need to follow up with. There are countless things that are coming to your mind that will make you think, I don't need to prospect today. And I got this appointment that's coming. I'm going to be able to close that one, and that will count. I've got this potential buyer that's going to buy, and that will count. Guys, those don't count. They oftentimes fall through, and then you end up short. And then when you're short, you begin to fall behind for the year-long goal of what you need to sell. And then when you start to fall behind, we get discouraged and we give up on our goals. So you can't do that. Build that mindset and then push hard until it's easy for you to connect with your goal and your vision, and then close that chapter every month. Tell yourself you can do it, then do it. Show yourself you can do it. And then it's easy to get that many under contract. Do it consistently and then ramp the goal up. As you do that, you will find so much better success in your business, more confidence in your ability to close, and then you'll get faster and faster and faster. Okay, number 3, you've got to practice. So it's not just going to come by showing up. You've got to consistently get better at your pitch. That means you need to be recording yourself. That means you need to be listening back to your recordings. That means you need to take time getting help from people that are really good. Studying, educating, reading books, role-playing. You should be role-playing twice a day. If you're struggling to find a partner to do that, we have a role-play group. It's twice a day, 5 days a week. Our coaching program also brings that same role-play group in. And the fun part about that is we just found a company that will allow you to stretch the coaching over 3 years. With that being said, it makes your payment like $300-400 a month. And that will help you a ton to be able to buffer your payments if you're short on money, or join our team. We're adding people all over the United States. I believe we're in almost 20 states now, and our teams are growing rapidly. You don't pay anything until you sell. And then your total cap is $19,000. And many of you guys, and that's broker and real estate cap, many of you guys are paying more than that as a solar agent, and you're not getting any help on what to say, how to say it, when to say it. You're not having someone hold you accountable to that number of under contracts that you need to have. People, if you will just be consistent in your learning, you'll go out and set the goal and make sure you hit it, and you consistently work nonstop, your business is going to change in a way that you have always dreamed of. Your financial bank account is going to look better than it's ever looked. Your confidence is going to go through the roof. But if you consistently do what you've always done and it's not bringing you the results, what are you expecting is going to change? You're going to continue to get the same results over and over and over again. And if they're not the best results, if they're not what you want, change it. It's you that's got to make those decisions. So my friends, I love that you guys are watching my YouTube channel. I love that you guys are out there. If you go to my website, reald2d.com, I have a ton of free content. It's now there. You don't have to text me. You don't have to give me any of the details. You can just go to my website, click on resources, go to free content, and you can pull a bunch of things that help you with your schedule, with things that you're struggling with, just basic door-to-door principles, with listing appointments, buyer consultations. There's a lot of information we're throwing out there for free. Why? We want to see you succeed. We want to see your growth take off, and we want you to be successful and to hit these goals. So if there is anything that we can do to help you grow your business, and if you need a one-on-one consultation with me, give me a call, 801-243-4544. But just want to share our gratitude for you watching our channel, helping us grow. We've got about 70 in our coaching program now through the role play group. We've got a lot of people on our team. We're expanding and growing like crazy, and we would love to help you hit those numbers that you're searching for and help you grow your business. Comment below of anything we can help with, any videos you'd like me to record and put out there for you, and look forward to chatting with you in the near future. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.